The law of detachment. What is the law of detachment? It is the simple act of detaching from any outcome or any type of end result that you are looking for in your manifestation. Now, when it comes to manifestation, a lot of us, when we start to manifest, when we get into the law of attraction, the law of vibration, and we're trying to bring things into our reality, we're always looking for some sort of sign. We're always looking for some sort of message or some sort of sign that's going to tell us, oh, hey, your manifestation's here, or it's right around the corner. Sometimes you may get that, sometimes you may not. But the fact of the matter is, you shouldn't always be looking for it or seeking it, because when you're in a constant state of looking for some sort of sign, or you're looking for some sort of message to tell you, oh, hey, everything that you wanted is about to be manifested, you're pretty much telling yourself, you're telling your subconscious mind, and you're also telling the universe that, hey, I don't have what I want yet. I'm still looking for it. I'm still trying to find some evidence that it's going to happen. And this is what the vibration of wanting is the same thing is the vibration of, looking for something or looking for some sort of evidence that you already have what you want. And what you really, really want is the vibration of living in the end result already. You want to feel the peace, the happiness, the joy, the success, the love, the passion, and you want to feel all these things all at once. And this is completely possible, and this is what you should be striving for, rather than striving for looking for something to manifest. And this is the truth for everything. You have to be very, very patient, and you have to be very, very faithful to your belief and to the energy that you live in. When you start manifesting, you're going to start doing all these techniques, you're going to start visualizing, you're going to start affirming, and yes, all these tools are very, very powerful, and I think that you should use these tools every single day. If you have the chance to, or if you have the option to, do it every single day. But once you get to this certain point, you start to realize that maybe the forceful approach doesn't always work, because I think most of us have been there on this manifestation journey whenever we're basically forcefully saying affirmations all day, when we're forcefully visualizing all day, and something within us, within our hearts, is telling us, like, this is just too much. Like, if I were to manifest something, wouldn't it already feel like normal? Wouldn't it already feel complete? And if that's the case, why am I still telling myself all these affirmations? Why am I still putting in all this work and all this, this suffering just to get this end result? And that's the difference between living in the end state and still searching for the end state. Let's say you want to manifest a car, or manifest a new house, manifest a specific person into your life. The last thing you want to do is to continuously keep looking for the sign of, oh, I'm about to manifest it, because at that point you just keep telling yourself, you keep going back to the starting point. And that's why it's so important to detach. And for me, whenever I think of detachment, it's basically when you're not living in the past and when you're not living in the future, and you're just living in this current moment, and you're living in the feeling of happiness and fulfillment and peace and guidance. And instead of forcefully doing things, because we all know how it feels whenever we are trying to force something into existence, it never works. And maybe every once in a while, sometimes you can force things, you can use your willpower and make it happen. But most of the time, it's like you force something, and it's like you're trying so hard to make it complete, and you get frustrated, and you end up giving up. And then it's like right when you give up, right at that moment, whenever you give up, you're like, everything starts to fall into place. Because that right when you give up and right when you give in, you're basically at the point of, like, okay, I don't give a crap about the end result. I don't give a crap about what's going to happen. I'm no longer putting any force into this. I'm just letting everything play out the way it should. And then out of nowhere, things start falling into place. Things start happening. People start, helping you. And all these things start happening because you go into a state of being and a state of living in the current moment and just not forcefully, trying to will your existence, trying to will your manifestation into existence. And this happens with everyone. And it's so important to take inspired action rather than simply forcing something. And you even probably see this in your workplace or at school. There's always this person that barely tries. He literally doesn't try. He doesn't study, he doesn't do anything, but yet everyone loves him and all the teachers appreciate him, and he's living the perfect life, yet you're over here struggling and you got to do all this and everything. You're trying to like manage all this stuff and it's not working. And this is the power of the law of detachment. If you were to ask me how would you detach, I would simply say stop putting energy and focus on the outcome, stop putting energy and focus on what could happen, and simply live in the moment knowing that you already have everything you want. And this is a very, very tough thing to learn, especially when you first start manifesting, because especially for me, whenever I first heard about The Secret, whenever I first heard about law of attraction and manifestation, I was like, in my mind I was like, holy crap, like deep down I knew this was real, deep down I knew this was a thing. But at the same time, like I got so into it that every single day I was like doing affirmations and visualizations. Don't get me wrong, I saw so much progress. I saw so much of what I wanted to see. I've been able to manifest so many things in my life to this point to where like I don't have to question it anymore. I understand it's real, and I understand that it has validity, and I understand that it has power to it. But I also understand not to get too caught up into it. Life is always going to be happening. Life is always going to be moving. And you shouldn't be solely focused on manifestation. Yes, have fun with it, enjoy it, and find whatever happiness you can in it. But don't struggle with it. Don't force yourself into it. Because then at that point, what's the fun of it? There's no fun in forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to do. And I've also found out that most of my manifestations, no matter how I see it in my head, no matter how much I visualize, and no matter like what way I put it, the outcome is so much different than I ever expected it to be. Like anything I would ever manifest, because what we're taught when we're supposed to manifest is basically, visualize scenes of the end goal of whatever you'd want and feel it to be true, live in that feeling. And once you do this over and over again, the only thing you know is the outcome. So like there's been times where like I've manifested great things to happen in my life, but everything in between, like I didn't see any of that coming. Like everything in between leading up to the end goal was not how I thought it would happen, or is not how the universe works in very, very crazy ways and very different ways. So I think that it's very appealing to focus on what's constantly happening in between now and whenever you get your desire. So rather than thinking about, when is it going to happen, when is it going to pop up in your 3D world, simply focus on the feeling of already having it and living in the moment and living day to day. Be happy with what you already have and be happy with what's yet to come. And then that's when the universe is like, okay, they're ready. So basically, yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.